Everybody, welcome to Wrestle Tracks. Lee Houston here. I got a special guest in the house. David Burke could join us. Well, you got technical problems anyway. This is we're gonna go ahead without him. I got MJ. I got Mason in the house. How you doing?
We good.
Let's get started here. Tell us about yourself a little bit.
Okay. This is MJ, aka Marachi. I'm a long time wrestling fan. I used to go to the Sportatorium back in the day in Dallas on Friday night, see the Von Erichs, Missy Hyatt, all of them, the old school wrestlers. So I've been an old head since back in the day. NWA wrestling, all the territories, Georgia wrestling. I've been in the game for a minute. Love the sport. Love going to WrestleMania. I love the new direction WWE is going into.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Mason?
My name is Mason. I'm a young person, 19. I've done my research, done my history, real student of the game. So I feel like I know everything. I'm an NXT day one. So
Yeah.
it's my favorite band, but like I said, this is just the best direction that WWE's going in right now. So big fan.
Oh yeah. You know, I'll come back to NXT in just a second, but I just smacked down just a minute ago. We're headed to Jeddah, Saudi Arabia for next week. King and Queen of the Ring finals. Our current King of the Ring, Xavier Woods. We're gonna crown the new King of the Ring. Unfortunately, Woods is injured, so we're guaranteed a brand new King of the Ring. The only person who has defended their King of the Ring crown, if you will, and back to back is Bret the Hitman Hart. So MJ, we'll start with you. Sorry that pause, y'all. MJ, we'll start with you. What's your opinion on the screw it, I'll go there. On the former ownership, if you will. Do you believe a word that old girl saying?
Everything you gotta take it a little bit of grain of salt.
Yeah.
Everybody's gonna embellish the story a little bit. But as far as the old regime versus the new regime,
Mm-hmm.
I think they've all added a little spice to the gumbo.
Yeah.
But right now, like I said, the direction of wrestling right now is honestly it's the best I've seen. Even though I love the Attitude Era, yeah, this is the best direction all around, where you have great competition, even when you call your so-called scrub wrestlers or even high-quality wrestlers compared to what it used to be back in the day.
Wow, yeah. Let me tell you, before I go into that, there, not too long ago, a few months ago, I believe, there's a lawsuit. A young lady, Janelle, came out her name, Janelle, I think. She brought a lawsuit against Vince McMahon. I think it is quite outside of an affair. The rest of that stuff is garbage. First of all, ain't Vince McMahon 78 years old? Ain't nobody in their 70s getting it in like that.
I mean, we've seen Vince recently.
You know?
And, I mean, Vince definitely put on the pounds and the muscle. He's got access to the best medical staff in the world right now. So I'm not gonna say Vince ain't get it in. I mean, let's look at it. Donald Trump, our actual president, was still talking about women and getting it in. So, we got a lot of stuff out there right now. We got Viagra, Cialis, all these things. So I can't say Vince wasn't looking at a little youngster trying to get at it.
Well, first of all, I was which he said our actual president, man. He lost that dude lost that sucker. Anyway, like this, we're not gonna go into politics and wrestling. That's the whole thing. But he lost, by the way. Anyway, but I will say this: I hope that I think the young lady doesn't know what sexual trafficking is, because she like the definition of basically I take you somewhere you don't want to be and make you do some stuff. Vince McMahon, all he did was have an affair. I'm not condoning an affair, but an affair is one thing. What she claiming is bull, and she gave her hush money. And hush money is just that. I gave you money, shut the hell up. I paid you, gave you your money, you still running your mouth.
Yeah, I mean, people are always gonna try to cash in as much as they can and as often as they can. And she apparently she assumed that she was gonna keep going to the well, and the well wasn't gonna run dry. But at a certain point, Vince McMahon, in 2 years, you know, he got high power lawyers too. So yeah, don't think you're gonna necessarily win a major suit against her.
Oh yeah, but as far as this attitude goes, this era goes, it's quite a breath of fresh air. I was there. I had to go to 2 WrestleManias, WrestleMania 2022 and WrestleMania 30 in New Orleans, and quite a breath of fresh air, man. Now, this WrestleMania, last year, our last WrestleMania, if it wasn't for the fact it was cold as hell in Philly, it was all right.
Yeah, I thought it was actually very entertaining.
Yeah.
I mean, for me and Mason, we went to SoFi in California.
Yes, sir.
And it was cold there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, both nights it was cold in there too.
Yeah, but we were inside.
No, it was open.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
No.
Yeah. Man, last year Cody Rhodes won the Royal Rumble. He went to face our tribal chief, lost, and this year he won the Royal Rumble again. And went to WrestleMania, and he finished the damn story with a whole lot of help, by the way. He finished the story, and everybody's wondering the future of Roman Reigns. Let me tell you the future of Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns is not retired. Roman Reigns take the time off. He's doing oral chemotherapy. He does have he did actually have leukemia in real life. That has what you call it. That leukemia has remissed. But just to make sure everything cool, you gotta take oral chemotherapy. Months ago, it's everybody forgotten. Months ago, he told y'all, I'm grooming Solo Sikoa to be the next tribal chief. And everybody's wondering who's running the bloodline. The whole time he told y'all, Solo, for now, running the bloodline. And, of course, Paul Heyman is providing the counsel. Solo's the tribal chief for now. I would say Roman Reigns comes back SummerSlam or Winter Survivor Series.
I'm gonna let Mason speak on that because you know he's up on the youngsters. Solo, I'm not necessarily a fan of the new direction. I definitely love the tribal chief, but I'm not necessarily a fan of the new little cousins, as I call them.
Yeah.
Okay. Just a couple of things. WrestleMania 40 was the greatest WrestleMania of all time. That's the first thing. The second thing is, not too big of a fan of the direction of the Bloodline story, and it's not for the reason that most people would think. I'm not a fan of. I'm a fan of Solo taking over, bringing in new people. I'm a fan of that. But what I'm not a fan of, and it hasn't happened yet, but if Jey Uso comes back into the Bloodline story, then I won't be a fan of it because for the past 4 years since 2020, we have built Jey Uso as a main event star, a main event solo star, main event Jey Uso, and for him to just come right back into the Bloodline, it destroys his whole character.
Yeah.
And the past 4 years will be for nothing.
I agree with that, man. Cause like, but on the other hand, like bloodline or not, they're still family. So bloodline or not. But I look forward to where this is going. The Rock, I'm gonna touch on that a little bit. I was hoping we would go something like this when the Rock joined the Bloodline. I was hoping Roman Reigns the tribal chief, the Rock is the high chief. Paul Heyman advised the council. Solos he advised the enforcement, and it's all good. Rock has obligations to Hollywood, and technically, The Rock never officially formally retired. So I'm thinking like this: at some WrestleMania to come, I would say next year would be wonderful. Next year after that. My calculations are correct. WrestleMania 50 is 10 years from now. I would like to be at Madison Square Garden. Hopefully. That'd be appropriate. I say this. Roman Reigns versus The Rock at an upcoming WrestleMania.
I would love to agree with you. To be honest with you, if WrestleMania 41, which is the next WrestleMania, to be honest with you, if Rock versus Roman Reigns doesn't happen at WrestleMania 41, then we're just never going to see it, and the window for that has closed.
Yeah.
Yeah, The Rock you saying 10 years from now, The Rock will be 61.
Ooh, Lord.
And not that wrestlers haven't wrestled that long, but let's just be honest. I love Rick. Rick stayed in the game too long and is still on lower level circuits, still wrestling in his late 70s, late to mid 70s. Yeah, I don't want to see my grandpa get beat up.
Yeah, man. Like
to be honest with you, Roman doesn't have 10 years left either. So Roman has maybe about 5 years left. To be honest with you. And the main event of WrestleMania 50 will be Carmelo Hayes versus Braun Breaker. So
I can see that.
You can bookmark that, hit that 10 years later, and come back to this conversation. Oh yeah, if it's not Roman versus The Rock at this upcoming WrestleMania, I don't want to see it no more.
Now, hang on a second. MJ, I'll throw this to you. Back in the day, like we had some great controversial but great moments back in the day that we could never do nowadays. One controversial moment I'll never forget. I can't remember what. I remember. I think it was 99. No, hell, 97, 98. 97, 98. Val Venus at the time. He was wrestling and he was messing with Yamaguchi's son's wife, who was fine as hell back then. And they had this video. He used to do these vignettes where he has like adult videos, if you will. And he's in the hotel room. It's like, honey, you find the remote, and I'll come under the sheets. It's Mrs. Yamaguchi's son. And when Yamaguchi saw that, he was pissed, as he should. And he was like, while the next week, while Venus was out there wrestling, he come out with a big old sausage. Like, I choppy, you're a pee. Right. And like, he went down there, grabbed out Venus. At the time, Kai and Tai at the time were multiple groups. Now it's just Funaki and somebody else. Him and the other guy named. Now it's just Funaki nowadays. But at the time, Funaki and a bunch of people grabbed out Venus, went to the locker room, and they Yamaguchi's son took out a sword and I don't know if that was gimmick or real, but man, that sword was mighty sharp. Took the sword out, about to go through it, and the lights went off just last second. And guess who saves the freaking day of all people?
I'm trying to remember. Yeah, that.
John Wayne Bobby.
Oh yeah. That's right.
And if you don't know John Wayne Bobby, young people, basically his wife chopped his baby neck off. So John Wayne of all people saved the day. But I'm pretty sure we could. Well, I guarantee we can never duplicate. We can go close to it, but can never duplicate the Attitude Era storylines.
Okay, so right now, who is currently rewatching the whole Attitude Era.
Yeah.
I started around this time last year. I started in '97. I'm watching every Raw, every SmackDown, every pay-per-view.
Well,
Currently, the first episode of Raw of the year 2000. So I've watched 3 years of it. And the Attitude Era, for every good storyline, there's about 5 really, really bad storylines.
I agree with you. Yeah.
It's either really, really good or it's really, really bad. There's a couple storylines that's like iffy, but I understand at the time it was allowed.
Mm-hmm.
Val Venus is a very good character, and to be honest with you, Val Venus is a character that honestly I think it would be able to work. And it would be able to work now. You would just have to kind of word some things differently.
Oh, a lot of things differently.
But I think it could, a character like Val Venus could work now, honestly.
Man.
I think Val Venus was an underused talent.
Yeah.
That was the problem to me. If we're going to say that there was a problem in the Vince McMahon era, is he was so involved in character building that it took away from the actual wrestling portion of wrestling. Whereas this new Triple H era, he's given these wrestlers an opportunity to basically write their own character, be their own self, but magnified. And I think they're having way more. Number one, they're having more fun. They're having more interaction with the crowd, and they believe in their character, so they're giving us the best quality characters.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas back then, Vince would stick them in storylines that they hated, but it was either do this or don't work.
Right. Man, the most controversial storyline to me, this storyline was like, man, I don't know about this, bro. But I remember Vince McMahon lost his mind and he made this match. It was really very, I'm like, he pushing it. It was Shawn Michaels versus Shane McMahon and Vince McMahon Backlash, and Shawn's partner is the Almighty himself. I'm like, I tried to explain to my pastor who was watching that. We had a time, I'm like sweating bullets. Try explaining this to my pastor that this is entertainment, and like if it helps Vince's Catholic, if it helps. I'm like, bruh, that was not fun. Explaining this to my pastor, that was not fun.
So, speaking for my generation,
Yeah.
Because I feel like I'm very involved in the IWC, which is the Internet Wrestling Community.
Oh yeah.
My generation, to be honest with you, those are one of those storylines where we look back at it and it's very enjoyable. We like, that's not a bad storyline. Like it's a funny storyline, and I think people are okay with that. Like that's out of all the storylines, that's not one of the storylines where I'm like, oh, that was like too far.
Yeah.
It is one of those storylines where it's like, oh, that's kind of funny. Like I enjoyed it. But also, to be honest with you, you said you went to WrestleMania 22.
I went to WrestleMania 2022 was WrestleMania shoot 30 what was that?
Number 38.
Yeah, 30. No, hold on. Yeah, 38. I went to 2014 New Orleans.
Okay.
30. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So WrestleMania 22 is not one of my favorite WrestleManias, but it's a very underrated WrestleMania.
Oh yeah.
That's when, because Shawn Michaels versus Vince McMahon in the little TLC match, is one of my personal favorite sports entertainment matches. Like, you know, you have your matches that's like pure wrestling, and then you have your matches that's just peak sports entertainment, you know? And that was one of those matches that's peak sports entertainment, which goes back to why this past WrestleMania was the greatest WrestleMania ever, because it was a perfect mix of good wrestling with sports entertainment, and that's exactly what that main event with Cody Rhodes embodied. Was the first 20 minutes of that match
Was wrestling.
good wrestling. That's really what it was. It was Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, the two best wrestlers in the company, is just going at it.
Yeah.
And then the last 10 minutes was pure sports entertainment, and it was really what wrestling was about, and that was bigger than life, and that's what it felt like.
Yeah. You know, I was pulling for Roman, but of course, Cody got to finish. You got to finish the story. You know, those of you know what finish the story is. Basically, they say goes all back to Dusty Rhodes. Dusty Rhodes had a championship match. I can't remember the opponent, and he won the match, but not the championship. I believe he won on disqualification, I think, and he won the match on championship. He went home that night, told young Cody what happened. He said, young Cody said, how can you not the champion like Hulk Hogan? Hogan was WWF champion.
Right.
Dusty was like, what is this? This is like NWA, WCW, one of the two. The old school WCW before Tate Turner. Or NWA, one of the two. Say again?
It was NWA.
Yeah. It's like, Cody was like, how come you're not a champion like Hulk Hogan? And Dusty was like, you got a point though, but damn. And so from that night forward, Cody Rhodes vowed, one day I'm bringing the championship home one day. We had to go away for a while. Young Cody came to the WWE, he had to go away for a while. His last straw was Stardust. Stardust was horrible. Like, he had to go away for a while. The prodigal son came back and finished the damn story. But we're far from over, because now he has to defend the title against freaking Logan Paul. I can't stand them Paul brothers.
I have to be honest with you, Logan Paul is really, wrestling-wise, he's inspirational. He's just just a regular guy, and he just turned out to be one of like the best wrestlers in the company. And that's what it is. And Logan Paul versus Cody Rhodes is a match that I'm actually looking forward to.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'll be a very good match, 4-star match at least.
Well,
You know?
Cody, Logan for you know what? I blame the Miz, because the Miz brought him into WWE, and I blame the Miz. This is his fault. We got Logan Paul. Logan Paul. Mm-hmm.
You gotta realize where the Miz came from. Since the Miz came from TV fame as well.
Oh yeah.
There was no internet, there was internet, but there was no influencers, none of the stuff that these kids have today. But the Miz came from the real world, which I watched religiously back then, and he was the Miz even then. And when he went to MTV's The Challenge, the Miz was his alter ego, and they hated him when he came to the WWE, but he proved himself.
Mm-hmm.
I say Logan Paul was on the same trajectory but even faster and better. Because let's be honest, Logan is way more athletic than a young Miz was. And we cannot deny lately the off the street superstars that they brought in, because we cannot deny the matches that Bad Bunny has had have been top notch.
Oh yeah.
That dude has brought it straight off the stage to the ring and killed it.
Mm-hmm. You know, like I have more respect for Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny at least takes it seriously. Because Logan Paul was in the match with the world champion Roman Reigns at the time. You put out your cell phone, take a video. First of all, we got people for that. You put out your cell phone to take a video of you doing the elbow. Like, bruh.
Also made for one of the coolest looking shots I've seen. Is a point of view elbow from the turnbuckle onto the announce table.
And I hope his phone broke that night.
He got sponsors to replace it. And that's purely how he got famous from it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand.
Hang on a second, you're breaking up with saying?
Like that 19 can get famous from the internet, because I grew up where you had to go get a job and you had to work.
Uh-huh.
And even if you got famous, you had to audition, you had to go do all of these things to get a record deal. These kids can drop a song any hour of any day that they want to on the internet. And if it catch on, it catch on. If it don't, they go right back to the drawing board and they put out 20 trash records and get that one that hit, and they making a killing. So I can't deny Logan's use of his internet fame or his brother Jake Paul. I cannot.
Don't even start with Jake. Lord have mercy. Now I will say this: Jake Paul in July 20th, I believe, will face Mike Tyson, and this is a exhibition boxing match.
In Dallas.
Yeah. Oh, Snap is in Dallas?
It's in Arlington, yes. Sir.
Ooh, I need to get tickets, dang. Ooh, that'd be nice.
Suspicious, but Mike Tyson will lose that fight.
I don't think so. I think Tyson's gonna knock him out.
Now, you gotta understand, Mike Tyson, like, yes, he's getting older, but you gotta understand who Mike Tyson's mentor is. The late, great Hall of Famer, Muhammad Ali. So he studies Ali. So,
No, I mean, what I'm saying is, if this was a real fight, Mike Tyson would have obviously won. Mike Tyson's gonna drop for a check.
Nah. I don't think he's gonna ruin his legacy, not like that.
We'll see.
yeah.
I don't think he that hungry, because he show up in enough movies and enough stuff to still get checks. So I don't think it's just about a check. It is about self-promotion, but I don't think he gonna drop for a check.
You know the really sick thing here? Mike Tyson would do this for free just to beat the hell out of Jake Paul.
Right.
That's the really sick thing. Mike Tyson bit Holy Vanderfield's ear off, and that was against a guy he respected. Imagine what he'll do to Jake Paul.
Right.
Ooh wee. And I just want to see a Paul brother just beating the hell out of. I don't care if it's Jake. I don't care if it's Logan. I want to see a Paul brother get his ass whooped. I don't care if it's Jake or Logan. I just want to see one of them with the last name Paul. One of y'all get your asses whooped. In boxing, in wrestling, I don't care. I just enjoy. I will enjoy the pain that they go through. Oh man. Speaking of Mike Tyson, MJ, I think you remember this well. I'm taking back the time, 1998, the night after the Royal Rumble match, the Royal Rumble pay-per-view, 98. Man brings Mike Tyson out for a big announcement. It's something to do with WrestleMania, but they say he didn't say that, but that it's big announcement. Austin Mike Tyson, I've been a wrestling fan a long time. And started talking about it a little bit. And it's like, well, at WrestleMania, Mike Tyson, before he get the words out, here come Austin. Austin said, you know what? I respect you, Mike, in the boxing world, but son, this is the wrestling world. What the hell are you doing in my ring? I don't know how good your sign language is. I don't know if you speak English. How good your language is. I always speak sign language, so here's to you. Flips Mike Tyson off. And Mike Tyson got offended. And Mike Tyson pushed. I went back at that. Mike Tyson did push Austin first. And all hell break loose.
Right.
And from there, Mike Tyson, it would be revealed Mike Tyson be the special enforcer between Austin and Shawn Michaels at the time, was the world champion. And then it gets a little dicier, MJ, because it was revealed all the time Mike Tyson's in the corner of DX.
Right.
That's actually it's a very good main event. Considering Shawn Michaels is off of straight pain meds, steroid shots, it's a very good match. It's a good way. It was a good way for Shawn Michaels to go out. Obviously, he came back in 2002 or whatever, but it was a good way for him. If his career ended right there, it was a good way for him to go out, because a lot of people say King of the Ring made Stone Cold, the Bret Hart match made Stone Cold, but that one right there, I think that one was right there was like, this is our guy. You know, he had buzz, but that moment right there was like, nah, this is our guy. You know?
Oh yeah. Steve Austin the next night said, look, Vince, you think I'm be Vince was like, hey man, look, you take the easy route and be my champion, or you can make it hard for yourself and make your life miserable around here. Either way, that's up to you. Austin said, man, screw you, I'm doing it my way. And from that was the birth. Well, the birth of Austin versus McMahon was at we stunned McMahon at Madison Square Garden. But also, this got the first stunner. But that right there was that launched Austin and McMahon, one of my favorite rivalries ever. Because Austin, that was very relatable, man. Like, who don't want to beat the hell out of their boss sometimes?
Right.
Your boss get on your nerves, your boss push your buttons. Who don't? The rest is the only place you can do that. Rest is the only place you can beat the hell out your boss and have a job the next day. Good times, man.
So let me ask you this, Lee. Specifically on Stone Cold, and I'm gonna go now to the 2024 Stone Cold. So, and that's LA Knight. LA Knight is it's the modern day Stone Cold Steve Austin. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about it? It's almost essentially the same gimmick per se, but LA Knight is doing it his own way, his version, just like Stone Cold did his own thing. Well,
I'll agree with you partially, because like when Austin was doing it, Austin's like, look, you got like I'm not the corporate guy. I'm not the guy the kids wanted. The kids wanted Make-A-Wish. I'm not the guy. I'm not the guy that come to the corporate functions. I'm gonna put my foot in your ass, take my check, put my foot in your ass, and deal with it. You gonna have to deal with it. My LA Knight, on the other hand, I don't think he got the brass to cost the boss. Because nowadays, you cost the boss, you have a job. Back in the day, you cost the boss, hey man, I'll see you next week.
I don't think that's true. I think, be honest with you, LA Knight is literally just a modern version of Stone Cold. Like, He's literally Stone Cold without all the cussing, all the flipping fingers. He's hot right now. Every time he comes out, it's a big pop. It's gonna be one of the biggest pops of the night. You know, he doesn't care. Like even now, like even today, he had a run in with Logan Paul, and literally 20 seconds later has a run in with Carmelo Hayes, and he literally doesn't care. And I think it's like a modern day version of Stone Cold, but this also proves like where he's at on the card. LA Knight's not gonna be. Could he be a world champion? Yes, he could, but he's not gonna always he's not gonna be that. He has to be the world champion like Stone Cold. Stone Cold has to be the world champion. LA Knight doesn't have to be that world champion. Like his peak might be winning the U.S. Championship.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest with you. But honestly, if Stone Cold was in this time, that might be his peak. His peak might be just the mid-card champion.
I don't think the wrestling community as a whole, just like they got behind Cody, the wrestling community now, and that's the one thing I do like about Triple H. He does listen to his audience.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think the crowd is going to allow LA Knight to stay a mid-carder. But what I'm also saying, and y'all think about this, because when I thought about he is the modern day Stone Cold, I thought way deep, because realize LA Knight was formerly in a role that he hated as Max Dupree.
Mm-hmm.
Stone Cold was a Hollywood blonde. He hated that role. He was stunning Steve. He was supposed to be a pretty boy, but he is so country that he couldn't hold that role. He couldn't be the Hollywood blonde type. So I'm saying they're running parallel. Their storylines are the same. He is the Stone Cold for your generation, Mason, whereas Stone Cold was, a with the boss for our generation. Now I don't think that LA Knight is gonna start fighting Triple H by no means.
Oh yeah.
But I do feel like when we go over to Netflix, all guards are down. And LA Knight is definitely going to be the cusser.
And you know what? That may be true, and you're right. This is parallel. I don't know. We'll see, but you're right. They both fight the same. They do everything the same. They walk the same kind of. Like they're having the same type of career. And to be honest,
the best in everything. It's a copy.
LA Knight might just have a good 5 years, just like Stone Cold. Just 5 years and out. You know.
Well, we should definitely see. I can't wait for Netflix. If you already have Netflix, man, you're in for a treat. Because, like, when we go to SmackDown moves to Netflix, it's on a popping. It'll be the first show live. Well, not first. The first show live was Tom Brady's roast. But it'll be live on Netflix. It's gonna be quite interesting. And I'm giving you with NXT. I miss the black and gold, man. NXT nowadays, I don't like NXT for petty reasons. I don't like the way the crowd is sitting. I like how they have the crowd. NXT 2.0. I don't like that.
Well, it's not 2.0 no more. This is the black and white version.
Yeah.
It's like, I know what you're talking about. You like the black and gold. And there's been a lot of discourse online, a lot of talk. And like I said, I've been NXT day one since the WWE Network came out in 2012.
Mm-hmm.
NXT was the first thing I watched on. You know.
Oh yeah.
NXT was the first thing I watched on. It wasn't It wasn't Legends House or anything else, which was all good. NXT was the first thing. So I watched Black and Gold. I was watching when Bo Dallas was the champion. You know, he was the longest NXT champion at the time. And I watched the Black and Gold, and I watched the Black and Gold. I'm at NXT every week. You know, I'm at NXT just in the crowd. So I'm seeing both, and I have to be honest with you. The black and white NXT is better than black and gold.
Ouch.
And it's a couple reasons why. It's a couple reasons why. Black and gold, it lost its purpose for a long time. Like, everybody talks about, 2017 to 2019 NXT, you know, but, it lost its purpose. It became we're the best indie brand instead of we're the third brand of WWE and these are the stars.
Uh-huh.
It became we're picking up all these indie guys and we just want to drown all the indie wrestling, you know. And the when I knew for sure that they were trying to drown indie wrestling is when they came up with NXT UK.
Nah.
And that's when they signed the Gunther and the Pete Dunne and the Ilya Dragunov. That's when they signed all of them. But it was NXT UK. And that's when I was like, okay, it's not about the next stars of the generation. It's really just about taking over the indies. Now,
who was your owner? Who was your owner?
Over Triple H at that time.
Well, I'm saying who ran WWE? Vince McMahon, which was always his goal. That's why he drowned out ECW. That's why he drowned out WCW. He made WWE the only game in town. I mean, until A&E popped up. But AEW is nowhere near the level, and it will never be the level of a WWE. So it follows Vince's pattern. Of course, Vince was trying to drown out all the other wrestling, Ring of Honor, and all the other indie wrestling channels.
I mean, yeah, that's fair. But yeah, black and white NXT is better, to be honest. And the reasons why is one, the women's division is 10 times better. This is the NXT women's division right now is easily, and I say this with ease, and I mean this is easily the greatest women's roster I've ever seen. And it just feels more. It feels more. It's more of a. The wrestlers have more of a connection with the fans.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what it feels like. It feels like they have more of a connection with the fans, and they're trying different stuff, you know. And this is another a discussion we can talk about another time, another minute. But Shawn Michaels is a better booker than Triple H.
Well, you said the women's division in NXT. The women's division, period, is just better. We actually have real female athletes now.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest. We had Sensational Sherry. We had Moolah. Moolah held the belt for 10 years. I mean, that's trash.
Ouch.
Who else did they have though? You had Mae Young, who's always been Mae old.
But here's the thing. This is easily the best division. But when I just talk about main roster women's division and just NXT women's division, the NXT women's division is better. There's a reason they're getting that big card championship, which the main roster needs. But there's a reason the women are getting a women's big card championship. It's the best division. Roxanne Perez, when Tiffany Stratton was there, when Cora Jay's not injured, and then they just know how to. Honestly, to be honest with you, for the past year, there's been a lot lot of viral moments of WWE, but a lot of them came from NXT. Like with Jada Parker, I logged on to Instagram the other week and seen Jada Parker on World Star. You know?
I mean, Jay Cargill or Jay Parker?
Jada Parker.
Huh.
You know, and it is like the NXT Women's Division, they got it on lock. The NXT Black and White, the Gold and White, a superior tag division than everybody else. It's better than Black and Gold NXT, better than the main roster NXT. The tag division is incredible, you know? And this is how I know, like, when you talk about there's some storylines where you don't think could apply to today. Shawn Michaels is pushing that, and he's like making it like where, no, we're gonna try this storyline and we're gonna see if it works. Like, we know Drew Gulak got released, but they made the story where Tony D'Angelo killed off Drew Gulak. You know, like that's like some Attitude Era type stuff. We're like, oh, we're gonna kill off somebody. Like, they're like, nah, the family's gonna kill off. They're gonna kill off somebody. They're gonna kill off people, and they kidnap people. You know, like some of these storylines can work, and this Shawn Michaels is just a better booker, to be honest with you.
Well, he might be a better booker, but let's not forget he still works for Triple H.
Yeah, no, he still works for Triple H, and I think it'll always be like that.
Oh, yeah.
But you know, I was just putting it out there.
Oh yeah. Back in the day, I was gonna say that, but it slipped my mind. I was gonna say after that. But I'm gonna go across the street right quick to All Elite Wrestling, AEW Dynamite. The pay-per-view All In next weekend. I got the wrong one. My bad. I need All In 2024. I'm sorry, Double or Nothing 2024. My bad. All over the place here. Double or Nothing 2024. There you go. Hang on a second. 1 second here. Pull this up here. Double or Nothing 2024 from AEW. The card right here. We have. Let's see. All right. We got Willow Nightingale versus Mercedes Moné for the AEW TBS Championship. Roderick Strong will take on Will Ospreay for the AEW International Championship. Thomas Tony Storm against Serena Deeb for the women's title. Swerve Strickland will take on the world's greatest father. I mean, no slight to you, MJ, but the world's greatest father, Christian, for the AEW World Championship. The Elite, Okada, Jack Perry, Matthew and Nicholas Jackson will take on Team AEW. Brian Danielson, used to be Dan Bryan, Cash Wheeler, Darks Harwood, Darby Allin, Archie in the arena match, basically a big old street fight going wild. Adam Copeland take on Malachi Black. John Moxley take on I'm trying to pronounce his name here. Takeshita. Trent Beretta take on Freshly Squeezed Orange Cassidy. It's going to take place at the MGM Grand in Paradise Nevada, the home of next year's WrestleMania. Not in Paradise, it's going to be over in Vegas. But this one will be taking place in Paradise, Nevada, at the MGM Grand Arena. And like, shout out to, just like to you, MJ, but the world's greatest father, Christian, will take, like, I believe Christian might bring some gold home.
Okay. So, shout out Christian, because, to be honest, this is the best Christian has been in his whole career. I don't watch AEW weekly because the product is bad, honestly. But there's wrestlers I keep up with, and Christian's one of them. This is the best work he's done all his career. I'm talking about WWE, TNA. This is like the best work she's done. The Willow versus Mercedes Moné. I don't know. You can tell Mercedes is in this for the money.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can tell like she really doesn't want to be in AEW. She wants to be back in WWE, but I understand though. She did it for the money, and she's already basically said like after her contract's up, she's coming back to WWE. She just did it for the money. You know.
Yeah. Last time she was in the WWE, she walked out. She didn't like how the direction was going. So who say she won't walk out again?
And she won't. That's peak. That's peak. Bitch just genuinely doesn't know what he's doing. You know. That's just he doesn't know what he's doing. To be Adam Copeland versus Malachi Black, I'm not interested in it at all. One, you're supposed to make me believe that Malachi Black is a liable threat to Adam Copeland or Edge, whatever you want to call him. And this is only his second singles match on an AEW pay-per-view. Mind you, AEW's been around since 2019, so it's been around for 5 years. And he's been there since 2019. And this is only his second singles match, and they want me to believe that he's supposed to win. Will Ospreay or Roderick Strong? Will Ospreay will win, but I gotta be honest with Will Ospreay. I gotta be honest with people. There's a lot of talk about Will Ospreay being the best wrestler in the world, and I'm here to tell you right now that he's not. I'm here to tell you right now that when Triple H said he was running from the grind, he was absolutely right. Will Ospreay would be nothing more than just another Ricochet. If you watch Will Ospreay matches, you watch Ricochet, you're like, oh, they do the same thing. I think it's disrespectful to put Will Ospreay in the same conversation as people as Seth Rollins, AJ Styles, Bryan Danielson, because those are the best wrestlers in the world. Yeah, he'll beat Roderick Strong. Cool, they'll make him like Will Ospreay. Oh, he's this guy. He's the best wrestler in the world. But he's not. Not that good on the mic. He's just like a basic fluky guy. He no sells, and that's my biggest pet peeve in wrestling is no selling moves. AEW does that bad. They no sell moves. And Will Ospreay's the main culprit of that. With the Will Ospreay Bryan Danielson match that happened a couple weeks ago, that's supposed to be a 5-star match. It broke the scale, quote unquote, according to Dave Meltzer. He's weird as well. They broke the scale with that match, but what I've seen from that match was Bryan Danielson was working on a specific body part. I can't remember if it was the arm or the leg. I want to say it was the leg. And Will Ospreay just no-sells it. He just no-sells it. The whole 30-minute match, I watched it, and he just basically no-sells it and just gets his win. And now people are supposed to help me believe that he's the best wrestler in the world. You know? When you think of the best wrestlers in the world, you think about Shawn Michaels, great seller, great salesman. You believe Shawn Michaels is hurt. I'm not a big fan of Bret Hart, but when you watch Bret Hart matches, you believe Bret Hart is hurt. You know? When you watch Will Ospreay and he wins, he loses, you don't believe he's hurt because he just genuinely no sells, and you know that takes me out of the product. You know.
Hang on a second, worship. You know, I will agree that like although like Triple H is right, but although these guys wrestle a couple times a week and every now and then once a month, you wrestle Wednesday, Saturday, Wednesday, Saturday, once a month on Sunday. That's healthier for the body, but at the same time, fans gotta wait for you put stuff out on pay per view schedule. Like let's say they have pay per view every so often. AEW has pay per view, while WWE we put out stuff every other week. AEW you wrestle Wednesday night for Dynamite, Saturday for Collision / Rampage, once a month on pay per view. That's good for the body because it gives the body some like time to heal up, but at the same time, like production wise, that's not enough for the rest of the fan that can't get enough. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I know what you're saying. But let's keep it real. A lot of these guys in AEW right now, and they're not gonna say it, but I'm gonna say it. WWE is the big leagues, right? That's the NBA of wrestling. That's the NFL of wrestling. That's the major league, you know?
Uh-huh.
And they're gonna try to paint AEW like, but I guarantee you, and I guarantee you, if Swerve Strickland, if his contract went up right now, and WWE offered him, he would go. Like I said, Mercedes Moné. If Roderick Strong didn't get released, he would have still been in WWE. If STR or the Revival, if they didn't get released, they would still be in WWE. If Malachi Black, for sure, didn't get released, he would still be in WWE, especially under Triple H. Same as there's a lot of those guys. Same as Samoa Joe. And I guarantee you when Samoa Joe's contract is up with AEW, he's going to easily slide over to WWE. One, because he's always been Triple H's guy. And Samoa Joe's going to come right over here. And that's the thing. And, like, to be honest with you, a lot of AEW, like Tony Khan, all the people that run AEW, they're scared because they know when their contract is up, a lot of them are going to leave because now they see Triple H is running it. You know, a lot of these, let's be for real, a lot of these AEW stars are.
They left because of fans.
Yeah, a lot of these AEW stars are people who were really, really good at NXT, back when go NXT under Triple H. They went to the main roster and flopped because of this. So let's keep it real. Swerve Strickland was very good at NXT. Hit Row was very good at NXT. They got to the main roster with Vince. Vince tore it up. Vince messed up Malachi Black. Buddy Matthews, who was Buddy Murphy in WWE. He was very good in WWE. And Vince messed him up, you know.
Oh yeah. Well, y'all, we gotta continue this another time, man. It's been great, but fortunately, the time is eluding us here. It's like time's eluding us here, but I would love to have you guys on another time if you're available. I appreciate you guys. But I gotta mention our sponsors here. 1 second, and I pull them up. I should have this already. That's all right. Hang on a second here. All right. Before I do that, pull this up here. Wrestling Trash brought to you by Backup Some More LLC. They put the D in delivery. You have a CDL license. You can drive trucks. You want information? Got 888-771. Hang on, I gotta get the number. I should know this stuff, man. Hang on 1 second here. Get the number here. You can call our folks. Look. You can call our folks here. Even 1 second. I do apologize. I should do this earlier. Alright. Hang on a second here. Alright. 1 second, y'all gotta get these. Alright, here we go. Wrestling Price brought to you by Backup Some More LLC. They put the D in delivery. You have a city license, you can drive trucks, you want information. Call 888-71 Backup. That's 888-71 Backup. And that is the There you go. Number is, hang on a second. Y'all apologize. The number is 888-712-2587 or 817-204-7259. We got backup.com for more information. Thank y'all for joining us, MJ. Thank you for joining us, Mason. We'll see you guys next time on Wrestling Tracks. Appreciate you.